My name's Anh, another Anh, right?
Yes.
So the first time that I came to my coach, which is Anh, who is Anh, is that I just broke up with my boyfriend, and that was the second boyfriend that I had. Um, for a long time, I did know that there was something wrong with me, like because the reason why I broke up with my boyfriend is kind of the same. And I just did a lot of research on the internet. I did a lot of things, like I read books, I searched on YouTube, but there are some solutions for me, and I think I applied them all, but I just failed, and I didn't know why. So I decided to give myself another try. That's why I came to Anne. And I think after 5 weeks working with Anne and also join her community, and a lot of communities where women can share and have some advice, I think I know how to love myself more. And I think that's a key point when I want to love somebody, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um, so first, at first when I came to me, like she was really like right after the broke up, and then she literally was in tears when she tried to transfer the money, and I feel, oh, I'm so sorry, but you need to work with me. Yes. And then I'm glad she actually worked with me at that time, and was able to connect with herself and not really. You share with us more about, I think the very first session we realized your anger. You always tend to be angry with
Mm.
your boyfriend, and then it comes from um like your childhood that you feel abandoned.
Yes, right. Yes, right on the first session with Anne, I realized that it's come from my childhood. Because in the past, um, of course, that my parents really loved me, but there's one time I was in a hospital, and because when I was in a hospital and I was in an emergency room, at that time is around like 6 years old. Um, and I couldn't, reach out to my parents, and I felt so lonely at that time. Another thing I can remember is when I was in my primary school. We normally finish school at 5 p.m., right? But my mom and dad, because they were, so busy with their work, so normally they came and picked me up around 6 or maybe more than that. And during 1 hour, I, saw all my friends, they went back home early, but I just sit there and stared at them, and I felt so lonely, and I realized that, okay, so I always feel lonely in my relationships also, and even when I'm in with myself, because of the feeling of being abandoned. I think it's come from my childhood. Mm.
Yeah, that's right. And then it's always you um when you're with your boyfriend, you always feel that he will abandon you, and then that's why you tend to angry.
Yes,
And then could you
and
share, your needs, actually your needs at that time?
well, of course we all have the love, the needs of being loved, right? And at that time when I was in a relationship with my boyfriend, I put all the pressure on him, like he need to make me happy. Yes. So I think on the first section with Anne, she asked me, so how can you make yourself happy? And that's when I started to ask myself questions, and I just need to fulfill it for myself first. I need to journal. I really love the morning journal that and told me to do on the first section also, because when I journal, I can put down all of my thoughts, and I think all my emotions, all my needs on my notebook, and I can see that I feel it clearer. If I don't write down, all the thoughts will keep inside me, and I keep thinking the same thing, but I cannot, get out of it. But when I do the journal until now, I think that I can, mm, let all the feelings and all my emotions on pages. Mm. And I
Mm,
think before working with Anne, I do believe that loving yourself means that buying you a lot of things, like expensive thing, um, maybe going shopping. I think the material things. But when I have 5 weeks with Anne, I realized that it's more than that. You need to listen to yourself more,
mm.
and just don't abandon yourself, don't abandon your dreams. Mm.
Yes, yes. And also, self-love is also about you know your values. I was surprised about whatever like Vinay has been able to do, overcome a lot of fear. Can you tell us like about I think the very last session on that 5 week, what you did with your job?
Okay, so last session, I told Anne that I wanted to work part time in my job, so that I was able to have more time for myself, and also need time to learn, upgrade my skills. And I think she asked me a question. So and I told her that I was so worried about my salary, because if I switch from full time to part time, it means that my salary just only go like half of that, or maybe like 80%. And she asked me the question, so you think you need to work harder to earn more? Okay, and I still remember that question in my head several days after, and I keep thinking, yes, I always think like that, because I was taught to work harder to earn money. So then I decided to still ask to work part time, but I I told my company to to maintain, to keep the same salary for me. And I was so scared, to be honest. At that time, I thought that I thought to myself, and I judged myself first, like, who are you to dare to say like that?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that's right.
And
But
I just like come back to my vision, come back to my value, and I think I can. So I just say it and let things happen. And
yes,
like 2 weeks later, they replied and they decided to give me the same salary. And I was so,
yes. When I asked like when I got questions, I did not really did not expect that turn out for her because I just don't know like she would ask that. Or I just asked and I like, do you believe that you deserve the same deserve to be treated as full time when you work part time or not? I just asked like that, and then she told me straight away that yes, like she feel like she deserves it. So I said, okay, if you feel you deserve to, so just do it. And then yeah, I just let it go like that. And then a few weeks later, she texts me, and then oh my God, this is a miracle. It is really really
yes,
about like she is also about Vanine. She actually has give her a chance to ask and overcome that fear. And who know what happened, and then you do not lose anything when you ask that as well. But then because we
yeah,
fear that okay, people will judge us, that, okay, who are you to ask that? Then we tend to stop there and stop all the possibilities already. So you know about what I have been able to do for myself.
Yes. And yes, and oh, I forgot what I want to say.
Also, I think later you decided that you want to go bigger for your dream. That what is your dream later, and another fear that now
Yeah, okay. I remember now. So at that time, I realized that I was so scared of being judged. I always, care of what others talked about me, and then and told me to read one of the book called "The Courage to Be Disliked," and I think I know more why I always being scared of being judged by my colleagues, my friends, and to overcome that fear led to another dream that I always wanted to do. When I was in high school, I was um, I was majoring in literature. So I was studying in the class that all of the girls major in literature, and this class usually went to the big competition nationally, and yes, to compete with other schools. And um, my teacher, she insisted that I should um, join the competition. It's like in one school we just have three girls can join in the competition, and she chose me. Um, but but I joined the competition 2 times. Like it's really a big honor for me to join in a big competition like 2 times, because my teacher should have been so proud of me. But the thing is that unfortunately I failed. I failed 2 times. After that, I taught myself a lesson that no, I wasn't good at writing. I couldn't do it, and I stopped writing. I stopped writing completely. And during the time that I did the morning journal, the same thing happening is that I can put my feelings, my emotion, and my thoughts, my opinion again on the pages. And I realized that I always had a dream of opening my own blog, but I kept denying it because I thought that I couldn't do it. No, I can't, because in the past you already failed 2 times in the past. Now you cannot do it again. So, but um, I observed that when I driving or when I taking a shower, especially at those times, I always think of my old blog. Yeah, so I know that there's something has to be done here. So I decided to create my old blog. And another thing happened is that I didn't
What is
dare
the
to
name
show
of the
it.
blog?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, show us now. Okay.
Okay, the name is The
Okay.
Leaves.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll share it later in the group.
okay, and another thing happened is that, okay, so now I already got several status on my page, but I didn't dare to share it with my friends. So I need to overcome that fear again, and I decided, okay, so this is my on my birthday, I I already shared on my Facebook account, and exactly like I think I'm the only person in the world that can judge myself hardly, like judge me hardly. Um, it's it's not that everyone doesn't care, but I think that even if somebody doesn't like or even judge, I can go back to my value and to my vision. So I'm still on the way to um, break down the patterns and the thoughts of being judged. Yeah, but I think it was
Yeah.
a journey for me to be here.
Yes, it's definitely a journey for you to be here. Like for everyone, if you think that okay, just open a blog and just share it, it's for someone maybe just so easy, but for some others, it's not easy because it's like come from her inner child before that. In the past she has failed already. So the same for you. There's some tasks for others maybe it's very easy. Just post something, but from you need to heal from the past. Then why you have that fear, and once you release all of that, then you will see that you are able to do a lot of things. And then once you overcome that fear, you know that there will be another fear come up. Never stop, never stop. You just need to learn how to cope with fear. So the question from yesterday is that how to control fear. I know how to control fear, how to use that. You just need to just like when said, dance with that, and know that it is will be there by your side. Just as your friend, treat it as your friend. If you fight against that one, you will just feel very drained. And fear is a good sign that you are stretching yourself, then you are growing. Whenever you are growing, you need to feel a little bit scary over there. Otherwise, it will be very safe.
Yes, and I think the same me like 1 year ago. Whenever I join any conference or workshop or live stream like this, I was the one who only listening and and just didn't
Yes.
dare to speak up or
When I
even
was
like or
very
even comment.
Yeah, when I was very silent, she followed me for so long. I did not know until one day she showed up and then she said, "Okay, I even did not know, but she was my friend for years."
Yes, and yeah, so right now I'm practicing like to speak up more, even if my idea, my opinion is kind of like silly, maybe, but it's okay. It's time to learn.
That's right. And then when I will become a speaker in some is that research conference soon?
Yes, a
Right.
research conference.
Yes, yes. Yeah, good luck. And then you know what? It is really nice for her seeing when I'm growing like that. Just like in that website that I just sent it to you guys, that a testimonial that I put when I there. She even asked me, can I just like change the picture so that I could turn my back to it? And I said that why? And then she said that I was so scared when you put on there. I said that you already share in my workshop. What is the difference? That it's really that like how we tend to really scare a very small thing. But you know what?
Yes.
When you are able to connect listen to the design, you just feel that you need to express yourself freely, and then you will feel so happy there. Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Okay. If there's any other things that you want to share now, I would invite everyone. If anyone has any questions for both of them, just think about that while waiting for Vanessa if she has any final thoughts. If anyone has any questions for both of them, or for myself, we try to share here our experience. You have any other things to share, Vanessa?
Yes, I think from the time that I worked with Anh, I know the concept of the universe. Before that, what? How can I trust the universe? I only can trust myself. I thought that way, and I never believed something that I can't see. I think, but it happened. It happened. Like I think one of the session I told Anh that I wanted to quit the research conference because I didn't think that I can do it. the conference, is full of professionals in education, but I was just a newbie. So how could I dare to speak in front of all the professionals like that? And I didn't even have a research skill. So I told her that I wanted to quit. And the deadline was so near, like the deadline like tomorrow from that day. And the day after that, when I was still confused whether should I join a conference or not. The deadline, for example, is the 20th of September. And on that day, when I was still confused, I was so stressed out whether should I do it or not. Um, the miracle happened is that the committee decided to, to delay the registration 5 days later, which means that I had more time to think about that. And on that day, I decided quickly, okay, I need to have fun. I need to go out, to go shopping, to release the stress inside me. And yes, after that, I decided to join. Mm.
Yes, yes. I think it will also test your design, whether it is
Yes.
something you desire or not. And that's good. You listen to your heart and then you go for it.